A disturbing video of a police officer in California opening fire and killing a dog has animal rights activists up in arms.
Now, the clip is hard to watch, but it has received more than 5 million hits on YouTube and has resulted in organized protest. Reporter Jason Law found out how often this happens to officers here in Cincinnati.
If you haven't seen it, we're going to show you an edited version of the shooting in California. These incidents happen more than you may realize. The National Canine Research Council found in most police departments, the majority of shootings actually involve animals. But they're not always caught on tape.
This is cell phone video from Hawthorne, California. Leon Roseby is in handcuffs and surrounded by police. But Roseby's Rottweiler, Max, escapes from his car and approaches the group.
Hey, watch it!
The dog appears to make several moves towards the officers. One opens fire. The video spread quickly online, resulting in not only an investigation, but protests against the police department, even death threats towards the officers. Situations like this can happen to almost every law enforcement agency.
She was running up and down the street, chasing school kids, chasing senior citizens that were scared to death.
75-year-old Michael Moore lives in East Price Hill. He says he will never forget what happened in March 2012. When someone called police after 2 pit bulls got loose across the street.
This was a very small female officer. This was a big dog.
A police report says Cincinnati officer Hollis Hudapole shot one of the dogs after it aggressively charged her. The dog was hit in the abdomen and retreated back into its yard. A review later found Officer Hudapole's actions were consistent with department policy. Moore witnessed the shooting from his front yard, safely behind a fence.
I mean, I hated that the dog was shot, but I mean, this officer did not have any recourse in this situation.
No options?
No options other than to shoot that dog.
Cincinnati police officers have used deadly force on dogs at least 6 different times in the last 18 months. Police reports show that 3 dogs involved immediately died from their injuries. Officers fired a total of 23 times with 16 shots hitting their targets. The reports say after internal reviews, none of the officers were found to have violated department policy.
The city's policy instructs officers to exhaust all reasonable means to confine the dog. Firearms are listed as a last resort, after the officer has ruled out the use of pepper spray and the taser.
Training is key.
Harold Dates is with Cincinnati's Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. He says he works to educate law enforcement on handling dogs in tense situations.
If the dog is attacking and the officer is going to be injured, bitten, they're going to lose control of the scene. There's more going to happen if that dog isn't brought quickly under control than it's possible to use deadly force.
In 2012, the Cincinnati Police Department says there were a total of 4 police-involved shootings involving other people. There were almost as many police shootings at dogs last year, with 3. The I-Team also went to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office for statistics, and in response to an open records request, however, we were told there is no way for them to search and locate reports involving deputies and aggressive animals. Jason Law, 9 on your side.